Started on today's show from Concord Community Schools, Superintendent Becky Hutchinson. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
Yeah, and in the yellow jacket purple today. That's
I
good.
know, that's school pride.
Nice job. Well, it's an exciting week, and I think this always is the case. Homecoming week at a high school, and that's this week.
Yeah, it's a big week for us. It's homecoming, and we're playing Morenci, and we're looking for a win Friday night. But it's school spirit celebration, and we've had pajama day, we've had rhyme with reason or rhyme without reason, and the elementary school had Taylor Swift versus Michael Jackson Day yesterday.
Oh, Michael, did anybody do moonwalking?
I think they had some. So that was a lot of fun. It's a good week.
Well, let's take a look at what all is planned for Friday night. You will be playing Morenci, and the Yellow Jackets have a 3-2 record going into Friday night's game.
They do.
Is this
This is our homecoming court. So we've got our seniors up there. We have our sophomore, our freshman, our junior representatives. So they'll be in the parade. We'll have that to kick off the night at 5:30, and then again they'll make an appearance at halftime when they name the king and the queen. But we also have a groundbreaking ceremony Friday night right after the parade, about 6:15. So we're really excited about that.
Awesome. It has been an exciting year so far. We'll get to some of the things that have already happened, but as we continue to preview Friday night, the groundbreaking is for what?
Well, so in May of 2022, we passed a bond, and first phase got underway this summer, and so a majority of that work is done, but now we're on to phase 2, and phase 2 is an addition of a building outside of our elementary and middle school connected building, and it's called the Hive of Innovation and Creativity, and you can see a render of it there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be so cool. There's a big exhibition and presentation space for all of our programs K-12, but it's big enough to host some robotic competitions from kindergarten all the way up through middle school. There'll be a classroom in there. There's going to be a print room, and we're calling it a dirty work room because it's for sanding and drilling and cutting and all of the things like that. And so we're very, very excited about that.
The Hive of Creativity and Innovation. So you're kind of shoehorning it into the L.
Yes. Yep. We used to have some basketball hoops out there, and now we're putting a building over the space. So it's an incredible moment, I think, in our history. It's going to change kind of the course of our direction. It's going to give our kids some opportunities to do some things that you don't often get to do in a small rural school. They're going to learn how to use UV printers and 3D printers and just a ton of different things that we think are going to make them pretty marketable once they graduate. So
awesome. And it's for K-12 will be using it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What's the square footage of the addition?
It will be just under 8,000 square feet.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
Yep.
So what a change. I mean, it'll make such a first impression. It's at the entrance, so it's going to be an awesome, welcoming front door.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, who parked their pickup truck on the sidewalk?
I think that's to show that they'll be able to load robotic equipment and machinery and various other things in and out of the sidewalks. That will not be a parking area for the most part.
No pickups on the sidewalk, please.
Yeah. So that's what our groundbreaking's for Friday night. We're going to have that led by actually students. We'll have a couple student speakers, and we have 15 kids, K-8, who are going to have hard hats and golden shovels, and they're going to go to town, breaking the ground.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Well, you already had one ceremony because of the bond at the start of the school year, and that was the unveiling of the new playground.
We did. We had a ribbon cutting, and that was really exciting. We have had, over the years, lost many pieces of playground equipment due to safety. So it was about time we replaced that equipment, and you can see our school board, they were so excited. They championed this work really and made it happen. So they cut the ribbon, and they went out and they were testing the equipment, so we knew it was safe.
It's going to hold up then if you've got grown-ups playing. It looks great too. It really, boy, as you approach it, it just jumps out at you. It's very colorful and bright.
Yeah, and it gives our kids a variety of different movement paths. I mean, we selected it so, they're climbing, they're running, they're jumping, they're throwing. There's a lot there for them to do to work on those, gross motor skills and get some energy out. So we also have a walking path around it because we know, not all kids are necessarily going to love to climb and run and jump. They just like to walk, but it offers something for our community as well. Our parents can come and bring their kids and walk on the path and let them play. So
nice.
Yeah.
Another cool thing that you did start of the school year, you had an open house and you featured the food service and all the local partnerships that you have with Concord farmers, and that was tremendous. I would bet that you were surprised at the turnout because the whole community came out for that.
They did. It was the biggest open house that we've had by far. It was wonderful to feature the local farmers that help us, help provide fresh food for our kids. Our food service director, Alan Brenneman, did an outstanding job. He got some support even from MDE, came down and they were helping serve food, and just an incredible amount of free food given out to our families. It was amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool that you invited the farmers themselves to be in person and really get to show off what they've been raising all summer. And great example of a partnership in a school community.
Yeah, it's really important. I mean, that's how a small school thrives. We help the community and the community helps us, and we thrive together. So, being able to highlight and feature that, I think just shows how important they are to us, but also shows, that they're important, vice versa. We support each other. So it was a great night.
Yeah, awesome. All right, you brought some photos along. Let's take a look. I think we have some third grade students here.
We do have some third grade students. So one of the things that, we're trying to do is really get materials in the hands of our students so they're learning things multiple ways. And so you can see here they're actually learning about maps. So they're using Play-Doh to make those maps of Michigan. In fact, they will take a trip to Mackinac at the end of the year, our third graders will. So it's all connected to kind of create that full learning experience about Michigan and Michigan history. So, and the Play-Doh actually was donated by Christina Coppernall, who works for Consumers Energy. So we are very grateful for that.
Nice. Wow, what a great field trip to look forward to, all the way to Mackinac.
Yeah, it's a fun couple of days. So
nice.
And then this is our fourth graders, and we have a new fourth grade teacher this year, Sammy Rebant. She comes to us with lots of experience with STEM and things like that. And her and Jenny Lamb, our fourth grade teachers, partnered with Consumers Energy to kind of kick off the study of energy and energy conservation. And so here's a lesson where the kids are learning about energy and circuits and different things like that. And you can see that there is someone from Consumers Energy helping to lead that. So that's another amazing experience that'll kick off and lead into Camp Innovation, which is going to be an after-school program throughout the school year, and then a week-long opportunity for summer learning for our kids.
Nice. Was it Michael Jordan Day?
Well, we do like some movement. We have here in this picture our band kids. This is actually a group of our middle schoolers, 7th and 8th graders, who have earned the opportunity to play with our high school band. Monday night was the high school marching band invitational, and so these young ladies and gentlemen were joining that group in the marching exhibition. So they're some of our young talented musicians, and we're excited for all the hard work they do.
Nice. Will they be part of the homecoming parade?
They will be part of that homecoming parade.
Nice. Now, we're trying to figure out how long you've been at Concord Schools, Becky, because we actually have one of our producers, Austin Curtis, who had you as a teacher for middle school science.
Yes, absolutely. So I started just after my son was born, and he's going to be 16 in May. So this is my 16th year in Concord.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So with high school student now at Concord, you're running around to the sporting events. What sports are your kids in?
So both of my boys are cross-country runners. They're both in the band, and they play baseball and they run track. And my youngest, who's in middle school, he is a basketball player. So we're everywhere always. Oh, and they're both in robotics.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
So a superintendent is typically at a lot of the sporting and extracurricular events, and so that even adds to your after-hours workload.
Well, it's kind of, you get two birds with one stone, because I get to be there to see my kids and participate and enjoy the event for the school, so it's kind of nice.
All right, so we know the football team will try to extend their winning record to 4-3 this Friday. What are the rest of the fall teams? How are they doing?
You know, really outstanding. Our girls are surging across all sports this year. Our volleyball team is young, but they're making some noise in some of the bigger tournaments that they've been in, so that's exciting. Our golf team, who isn't a part of a conference, you know, they compete independently, they're incredible. They finished second place in a couple different tournaments, returning Hannah Steimer, who golfed at the state tournament last year. So, and that team is growing. I think we have 5 now. So they're competing really well. And our girls cross country team is just on fire. Actually, both the Steimer girls, Hannah and Haley, they dual sport, so they golf and they run. And so they're performing very well in both spaces. And we have a couple seniors with Riley and Gwen. They're doing wonderful, Cece Barrett, and a host of other girls. And so they're at the top of the conference right now with how well that they're running. So that's going well. And then our boys team, our boys cross country team, they're young, learning and growing, but they're 3rd, 4th place in the conference. So they're holding their own, and everybody got huge PRs at Stockbridge last weekend. So that's really good. And it's really, quite honestly, been a really good season for all of our sports. So
Great. Well, let's hope it continues.
yeah.
And we'll see the whole community at the high school on Friday night for homecoming, line the streets for the parade, and then come cheer on the Yellow Jackets. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
The superintendent at Concord Community Schools, Becky Hutchinson. Well, next up on